Hello, everybody, and welcome to the IGCSE Geography Year 9 Options video. So just a little introduction. I am Mr. Wallace. I am one of the geography teachers. You may also have the pleasure of Mrs. Wallace Butler or Miss Holness. You will receive 6 lessons over 2 weeks, just as with every option that we do. It's a course that requires a bit of hard work. It's a course that requires some good knowledge of different processes that occur around the world. But we've set you up nicely for that in Key Stage 3. So coming into Key Stage 4, what we do is we go into things in slightly more detail. In Year 10, we start with urban environments, where we look at things like why are cities located where they are, how have cities grown, why have cities grown. We also look at problems that these cities face, and we look at futuristic kind of sustainable cities as well. How can we make cities that last long into the future without impacting on the natural planet too much? We then spend a bit of time doing a little project. We look at some field work and we do some work. Normally we do it in Qatar and around Doha. However, obviously due to COVID, we've had to do it in class. But we do a big project based around fieldwork within our city. We then move on to coastal environments. So we look at what happens at the coast. We look at the processes that happen there. We look at how it's all formed, how we get our beaches, how we get our caves, how we get, our coastal landforms. We then look into the different kind of ecosystems that we can find on the coast. So we look at mangroves, coral reefs, salt marshes, sand dunes. Then we spend a bit more time looking into mangroves in more detail. Before we then look at how we can kind of protect ourselves from the coast. We look at how we can protect the coastline from eroding away, and how we can manage it and what we've done around the world to manage it. And we look at any kind of issues facing us on the coastal environments. So, for example, if you want to go to the Maldives, go in the next 30 years, because there's a chance they may disappear in 30 years. We'll tell you why. We'll then follow that up with another kind of project on coastal skills. So again, we will, COVID depending, look to see if we can actually do the field work. However, if not, we'll do it in class. We'll look at how things change on the coast, and we'll do a big project around that for a couple of weeks. And then we'll finish off on hazards. We'll look at earthquakes, we'll look at volcanoes, we'll look at different countries that are affected by them. We'll look at tropical storms, how they're created, the damage that they can have. We look at a couple of big examples as well. And we look at how all this kind of ties in with the people as well. Going into Year 11, then we look at globalization and migration. So we look at why can we get from one side of the world to the other in less than 24 hours nowadays. We look at what has caused our world to kind of shrink. We look at why people move around the world. We look at tourism and how that has had an impact on everyone being connected in the world. Why are you in a British school in Qatar? We can answer that question in that topic. We then go on to economic activity and energy, where we look at different jobs and different industries that people do around the world, different countries specialize in. We look at why they change over time, why they happen. And then we look at the energy usage as well. How much energy do they use? Is there anywhere that is struggling around the world for energy? Why is that? Is there anywhere that's got too much energy? Why is that? How can we even it all out? And then a few examples for that. So at the end of the day, you do have to sit the 2 exams. It's just 2, no more. There's no coursework. Paper 1 is all about physical geography. It's 40% of the IGCSE. So it's 70 marks. You have an hour and 10 minutes, and it's made up of 1 to 8 mark questions. This is on the coastal environment, coastal skills, and hazard topics. We then have paper 2, which is the human geography units. It's 60% of the IGCSE. It's 105 marks in an hour and 45 minutes. And this is made up of 1 to 8 questions as well, but there is one 12-mark question on globalization and migration. And that is the longest piece of writing you'll have to do at IGCSE Geography, which I'm sure you'll all be thrilled to hear. So, a couple of people always ask, well, why should I choose geography? Well, it's a way that we can learn about the world that we live in, the processes, the environments, how it works, how the world all links in together, how humans live on the earth, how the earth changes. It's very, very interesting, and it is useful to know what is going on around us, especially when it comes to jobs. Geography lends itself to a load of jobs, including things like engineering, meteorology, GIS and digital mapping, all of that kind of stuff, town planning, links in nicely to certain topics in geography. As well as just the geography, we also develop and really help you with your skills that can be used across other subjects, such as being analytical, forming an opinion, justifying any opinions that you may come to yourself. It also complements other subjects incredibly well. If you are interested in sciences, particularly biology and chemistry, then obviously geography will complement that very, very well. It will help your writing skills and therefore kind of combine with your English studies as well. So that's a summary of Geography IGCSE in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. If you wish to have any further questions or you wish to ask anything else, then please come and see myself in W36 or email me at the email on the screen. Speak to Mrs. Wallace Butler in W33 or email that email on the slide as well, or speak to Miss Holness in W31 and email that email on the screen as well, should you wish. There's also plenty of students at Year 11 and Year 10 and in the sixth form doing geography, so they will also be a source of knowledge for you. But I hope that helps to help you make your decision, and hopefully look forward to seeing you in the geography classroom very, very soon. Thank you very much.